What's up, guys, and welcome back. I apologize for the stream, just ending, because the game froze, so there wasn't a whole lot I could do. I had to restart the game. You guys know the drill. This game isn't... Welcome back, guys. I apologize for having to, pause the stream due to technical issues with this game. It's very frustrating. It shuts down, it freezes. And the company that made this game did not fix those issues, and so it's just going to be an ongoing problem for probably as long as I play this game. Mass Effect 1 in my Legendary Edition doesn't freeze. No, it has frozen a few times, but most of the time it just, will just crash. Which is why I don't like playing that one as much. Or one of the reasons why I don't like it as much.
I can't protect the whole city. It's hard enough to cover the docks by myself.
I believe everyone's healing now. Yes.
Let's pin it down!
Got him. Oh my goodness. Got him, finally. I had to run around because I was low health and needed to heal up. There we go. That was a long jump. Oh, there she is. In the building. Look how much experience I've gotten. Almost 100, or almost 1,000. But I also had to heal people, so that helped as well. And I can go back to the West End. I'm just doing giant loops at this point.
Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Moron had me laughing at first. But to think, he's a bloody vampire hunter.
Oh, I just realized that was Dawson and Dawson up here.
Women die too in this war.
Interesting. I'm hungry. Lady Ashbury, hello.
Elizabeth, what are you doing here?
I've been formally asked to witness your triumph, my dear. After all, isn't it the natural role of a woman to support her man in victory?
But it's you who insisted I join the Ascalon.
Please forgive my giddiness. I'm just overcome by the thrill of finally being allowed within these hallowed halls.
You certainly have an inquisitive mind. It's quite something. Elizabeth Ashbury, only you can make me smile in these difficult times.
And the same to you, Jonathan Reed. Now go have your little chat with the chairman. I can see he's practically bursting to hear your report.
Lord Redgrave is outside almost every night coordinating our defenses. Such an example.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lance-Bearer. Please tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
I'm not sure I'm the best candidate for such a task.
I can hear the hesitation in your voice, Dr. Reed. I admire a man of principles. But in this matter, there is more at stake than your moral comfort.
It's not a moral question, Lord Redgrave. It's the responsibility of giving immortality to a man I barely know.
Nonsense. Aloysius has been a member of the Ascalon for years. This is but the fruition of a long-held plan.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Before I go, I have a few questions.
All right, I'm listening.
Why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself. He has studied our kind for decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign econs. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down. I think we're safe for now. I pursued and killed the last hunter with my own hands as he tried to escape the club.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
I won't do it. The very thought of it makes me sick.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turn the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage, and only capable of creating skulls.
Please tell me more about your recent investigation.
As long as you lower your voice.
What would you have me do about Dawson?
The man is dangerous. Did you know he plans to build a wall to separate the healthy rich from the sickly poor? Do not make him your progeny.
What would you do?
The man's dying already. Let the Reaper harvest the rotten fruit that is his soul.
Are you sure your information about Redgrave is correct? He says he's the progeny of the great knight William Marshall, who lived some 9 centuries ago.
That's a lie. Lord Redgrave is unable to create anything but skulls, if the poor soul survive at all.
How can you be sure the information was correct?
I made the acquaintance of a most interesting informer while investigating your maker, from whom I learned the truth about Lord Redgrave.
Why so vindictive? You suddenly sound like you're angry.
Forgive me, Jonathan. I hate myself for it, but I feel such pride in my discovery. I'm afraid I just can't help it.
Which is?
He did serve William Marshall. And yes, the blood he covets as a token does truly belong to that legendary knight. But he was never his progeny. His lineage is not so noble.
What would happen if I made Dawson an Ekon like myself?
You would add a powerful immortal into a suffering world. An immortal who already craves authority.
Maybe I could teach him control, like you taught me. Lead him down the right path.
Mr. Dawson spent his life searching for a way to cheat death. I'm sure he has spent decades dreaming of how he'd spend eternity as a tyrant.
Goodbye for now, Elizabeth.
Goodbye, my dear. Please, be careful.
I'd love to level up. I don't have the points yet to do so. I guess I'll have to go kill some people and... I'll figure it out.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Hey there, Burkle. How's your week been? It was kind of busy. Ow. My family, my mom and sister were over visiting me, and they left like midday on Monday, and then I got home, or then I had a pizza party with some friends, and then work. Yeah, I've been busy. I also have like no money again. I had money, then my rent and bills took all of it again. I'm like, oh well, I'll be living off very little for the next 2 weeks until my paycheck comes in, and then I can't spend it on hardly anything. I'm hoping I make... So I have a convention coming up soon, and I'm hoping I can make a lot of money. I need to make at least $250 in order to pay off what I owe to the school.
Your prey is
I
mine!
think this passage could lead you close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
You're bleeding! You cannot win this! Don't you know better?
Comic in the Discord so I can purchase it. No, I haven't yet. I've been too busy. I have hardly touched my computer like the entire time my mom was here. I I only touched it, I think, twice. Because I was either working or I was doing something else. We did cooking and stuff, so that also took some time. Let's see. Yeah. Thursday, I got off work around 10ish. Then she came by and she, arrived at my apartment. We got inside. And then on Friday, she was hung out with a friend. Then she came back, and I came back almost at the same time I got off my work and got home. We went shopping. We ate food, and immediately went shopping. And then Saturday I worked. No, wait, no. Friday I just worked. Yeah, and we went shopping. Saturday is the day she hung out with her friend, and she got off work when I got home. And so we made something. I can't remember what we did. We ate. And then yesterday, well, basically I was just busy the entire weekend, and then yesterday I had work, and I got off work, of course, and I didn't do a whole lot yesterday. I just kind of applied for different jobs, and can't remember everything else I did, but I did a bunch of stuff. There's some doors that are locked or something, and I know I have to get... I can't remember the path in this map. I am so lost.
I cannot enter.
Die, newborn! Give me... Foolish echo. Your blood is now mine.
Ow! I tried to move, and it wouldn't let me.
No one can...
Ow! Holy shit!
Show me your power, newborn.
What chapter I'm on? Give me a second. Let me pull it up. Chapter 5, or chapter 5. See, I'm a...
Your blood is now mine.
I finished the fight I was on the other day. At the beginning of my stream. I actually had to do the stream twice because my game crashed.
Die.
And so I had to restart. And this is the restart. Still on 3? Yeah. To be fair, I have played this game, so I'm aware of how the game works. Ow! Shit. Got him. Yeah, it doesn't always crash. I've had it crash for me in like the further on you get into the game. So like once you leave the around chapter, let's see. My first playthrough of this game, it crashed for me around chapter 4. Let's see. No, it was. Oh wait, yeah, chapter 4, Great Hunt. Once I got to the West End area, that's where my game crashed.
Louise's father was determined to find and save her.
I've got to try and save Louise. I don't have a cam because I play on PlayStation 4. You need very specific like stuff in order to stream. I'm so lost. And like you have to have very specific things, like a very specific camera in order to stream. And I just don't have the money for it. Like I want to get a PS5 before I do any camera stuff. But if I have the money and I'm able to pay off my college stuff for the summer through the convention, or money I make at the convention, and I still, so I'm hoping when I go to the convention and I pay off all my bills, I still have money to I still need the money to pay off, like, the 700 stuff that I owe. I'm gonna get attacked here, I know it. Guys, let me do this. Damn it! Oh. It's no fair. I'll look at chat in just a second. I gotta kill this guy first. Hey Jay, it's been a while. How you doing? Thinking. Oh, nice. You should. Have you seen the new DLC? How do I get to her? Ah, that's always unfortunate. We hate to see that.
How long will you keep me locked in here?
You London vampires
He's
are
gonna
so
be-
weak.
He's gonna be a toughie.
Disgusting asshole! Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! Let me go, you bastard!
Nami, 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 nami.
How long are you gonna keep me locked in here?
Holy shit.
Disgusting
I can't even.
Vampire or not, I'll never be your wife! Let me go, you bastard!
Got it. Oof, pasta cooking. Yum.
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Okay, so.
Goodbye, Miss Teasdale. And be careful. Until we meet again.
Alright, so I'll have to heal her when she's returned. I'm glad though that I managed to save her. Because she'll help the district's health a little bit. Yeah, I have played DVD, I just haven't done it on stream. I was playing, actually, not yesterday, Monday night. Monday before my pizza party, and then after the pizza party. Because I wanted to catch up with the Rift, and I did. So, my Rift is all cut up. And now I can just play it without worrying. I really do enjoy the new killer. The Xeno's a lot of fun. I've added the Xeno to my killer main roster, so it's Ghostface, Pyramid Head, and Xenomorph. Yeah, he is still a great character. I think I've gotten my Xeno up to like Prestige 6 now, and my Ghostface is like Prestige 16 or 17. And then Pyramid Head is still Prestige 5. Like, all of my other killers are Prestige 1.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why?
Sadako, she's fun.
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
What can you tell me about this district?
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there is a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
And what about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? Colleagues of mine die almost every day.
I don't have any fatigue, so I have to go make some.
Why are you investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I'd like to report a name, Inspector. Jeffrey McCullen. I'm afraid he's some sort of vigilante, trying to recruit an army of angry citizens.
Then I'll write the name down and transmit this intelligence to the appropriate office. Thank you, sir.
What are you really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work alone?
Yes. The situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply a work to rule on their patrols.
What about the situation in the East End? Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
Oh, that's right, I don't have fatigue. I'll have to go make it.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
What are you investigating, exactly?
Mr. Kimura has been murdered. Always the same injuries. Wounds to the neck and massive blood loss. I'll stick to my homicidal maniac theory.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson's exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
I am glad to see you again.
Good evening, Miss Price. How are you tonight?
Dr. Reed, I didn't know you had returned from the war. I had a new doctor when you left, but he's not as kind as you.
Always glad to see a former patient in good condition. It's been a long time.
Too long indeed. And as a token of my appreciation, I'll grant you the best price if you fancy buying anything from my humble shop.
Don't trust who? The police officer guy?
What can you tell me about yourself, Miss Price?
I'm still managing my shop. The only difference is, since the quarantine, we're open at night. You, on the contrary, seem to have changed a lot.
Really? Have I changed that much? It must have been the war, and the night shifts since my return.
Don't get me wrong, Dr. Reed, you're still handsome. Just maybe a little bit wiser, more serious. It suits you well.
Tell me more about yourself. No new fiancé? I remember you were hoping to get remarried. I'm sure you must have a few suitors.
Who would marry an old bat like myself with a grown daughter and a little business? As you know, I only fancy handsome men like yourself.
Have you noticed anything in particular in this part of town recently?
Other than you coming back to cheer me up? Nothing at all, Dr. Reed.
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was younger.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now, but she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Why would her innocence put her in danger?
She does not realize how cruel life can be. Maybe I was a bad mother to protect her too much. My poor dear Carol.
You have every reason to be cautious, Miss Price. Especially in these difficult times.
Maybe you could talk with her, Dr. Reed. It would be nice to have a man here more often. We would both feel safer.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
May I look at your goods, Miss Price?
It's always a pleasure to have you here, Dr. Reed. Take all the time you need. I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
These two brothers are kind of a little off their rockers. They're not fully there. They say some weird stuff and it's like, okay, interesting.
I don't know. I was born and raised in London. But I feel like a stranger here recently.
You didn't answer my question, sir. But I don't blame you. Perhaps it's better that way.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
What kind of question is that? What am I supposed to answer, exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
What can you tell me?
It's the only place...
Why is that?
Because I'm...
What kind...
The truth.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me. I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you are not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Goodbye for now, Mr.